Hey everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful start to your day. Today's practice is here at the St. Edward's Greenbelt Trail in West Austin, pretty close to some of the other places that are practiced here on the Bull Creek. So today's practice is focusing on the fire element, which is connected to our heart. And for those of us that maybe have a little bit of trouble opening up, feeling social, kind of having that open energy, this is a great practice to help you open your heart and to just be really open to receiving what the world has for us. The practices today the exercises we're doing are first starting out with some teacups that might be a little tricky. This one is one that took me a few times to get down, but it's really fun once you do finally get the movements, and I think it's really good for the brain to practice that one. And then we'll review Phoenix washes its feathers with the 6 healing sounds as part of our purging practice. And then I added in Phoenix spreads the feathers, since the Phoenix is the firebird and we're focusing on fire, so that one seemed relevant to kind of kick things off and get us expanded and ready for the flows. And then the two heart-specific fire element exercises are cloudy hands, and the standing posture is called holding the golden urn to the yang position. So we'll do those things, and then we'll close out with a new version of pulling down the sky. It's called pulling down the sky to the 6 directions, and it's a really beautiful way to end the practice. So I hope you enjoyed today, and if you've got any questions, as always, feel free to leave a comment. Thanks so much for joining me.
We'll start with our left hand on our hip and our right arm up with the palm facing up. Going to circle in towards the hip, above the head and back, making a figure 8 over your head, towards your hip, pointing away, pointing in towards your stomach. Just breathing naturally as you do this. Slide your hips back as you come forward, and bring them back as you go over the head. Just trying to keep that palm face up the entire time. Now with that same hand, we're going to switch directions. Over the head, pointing towards your hip, around in a figure 8. Breathing deep. Keep going just a little longer. Now put that hand on your hip and switch to the other side. Left hand, palm facing up. Circling towards the hip and away from you, behind you. Spiraling up above your head and behind you. Fingers point towards the waist, away, over the head. Just keeping that figure 8 going. I'll pause here and switch directions. Now, keeping that figure 8 going with your left hand, going to raise your right hand up in space, palm facing up. Just hold it there while you keep that spiral going with the other hand. And then we're going to start a figure 8 in the opposite direction. So as one hand's going over the head, the other one is pointing towards the hip. Keeping your palms facing up the entire time. And each hand is in their own figure 8 in an opposite direction from the other. If you're having trouble with this, one, try slowing it down, and also maybe try doing it without watching me. I found that to be easier than watching the teacher. Now we're going to press out, spreading the feathers, getting a good little stretch from pressing from the palms, feeling that stretch up the neck, giving a slow nod over the shoulder, inhaling as you lean back and exhaling as you come forward. Now roll across the front to the other side. Inhale on the way back. Exhale as you come forward, pressing out with the palms. Now shake it out and get ready for Phoenix washes its feathers. Palms in front of you facing up. Exhale as you press forward. Form beaks with your hands. Exhale as you press down. Now 3 more sips of air. Lung sounds. Kidney sound. Liver sound. Heart sound. Spleen sound. And triple wormer. Now step your feet out wider, spiral your hands in, press out for spreading the feathers, cross your eyes, stick out your tongue and exhale. Step it back together and bring it down. Now we're going to step out wide to your left, your right heel up off the ground, cross your wrist, spiral up and press out, sinking down as you press from the palms, cross the wrist, spiral, press out. Inhale on the way up, exhale as you press. Now we're going to hold this stretch for a moment. Just a couple of breaths. Cross the wrist again and press it down. Switching to the other side, stepping to your right, the wide stance, left heel just off the ground, get a good stretch. Cross at the wrist, spiral up, press out and exhale. Inhale and rise up, exhale and sink down. Now hold the stretch. As you come in, cross the heart points at the wrist and then press down. Now we'll get ready for cloudy hands. So with your left hand down like in Wuji, your right hand up. I'm going to start turning from the waist, floating your hands to the right and left. Inhaling one direction, exhaling the other. Opening our heart. Now bringing it in and down, we'll move into our standing posture, holding the golden urn to the yang position. So get your spine in position like in Wuji, lifting your crown, tucking your chin, dropping your tailbone. And your arms are extended, not quite, or just beyond 90 degrees, opening the palms where the space between your thumb and your first finger are pointing towards your face. And we're going to hold this for a couple of minutes. Just check in with your posture every now and then, lifting that crown, relaxing the lower back to let that tailbone drop just slightly, keeping your knees soft. And holding your hands as if you're receiving from an openness, connecting with the heavens. And as you hold this, you can meditate on the word joy if you like. The fire element is all about our relationships. And when fire is in balance, we have joy, and when it's out of balance, the way it's described is excess joy or mania, maybe more modernly felt as anxiety. So instead, we'll cultivate joy. Now you can release the posture, bring it down, and we'll move into pulling down the sky in 6 directions. So palms facing up on either side, raise up to the shoulders, turn to the left, go up above the head, back to center, bring it down with the palms facing down. We'll go to the other side, up to the shoulders, make the half turn, hands above the head, and then bring it down, through the body like a net through water. So we're inhaling, exhaling as we turn. Inhale, and then exhale as we turn and bring it down. Inhale, turn. Inhale, turn, and exhale. We'll do one more on each side. Now slowly step it in for bamboo in the wind. Bring your feet together, hands folded over the lower dantian just below the navel. Allow your body to sway like a tree in the wind. Relaxing your gaze. Maybe closing your eyes for a moment. Now slowly step it out. Begin circling the belly, up the right, down the left. We're just directing the chi down to that lower dantian where we can store it up for the day. Now spiral it just below the navel. Take a deep breath. And let it go with a sigh.